if you can possibly afford it, come to Yamakoshi, especially in the period from mid-October to mid-November. If you're preaching to a koi enthusiast, and you get here between mid-October and mid-November, the one word would be nirvana. But even with people who don't like koi, they're amazed with the beauty of the area and the people and the quiet way things are done. I got a feeling that the people who live in these mountains and have lived there all their lives, I think by nature they have to be a stronger breed of person than, say, the person who is a bank clerk in Nagaoka City or a shop assistant in Ojia. This area, although today is a beautiful spring day, in winter must be horrendous, even in today's modern age of four-wheel drive vehicles and proper roads, road signs, water, electricity. It's not so long ago that just wasn't available. And so I think, and I have asked Mr. Saito, I asked him this afternoon, are the people stronger in the mountains than they are in the cities? And Saito-san says he thinks the same, but I just got this feeling that there's something about the hardship of both summer and winter. I mean, when the temperatures here get so warm in the height of summer, it must be draining. The big problem is that once you're here, how do you find your way around? I mean, this place is a myriad of winding, twisting roads, and they all look the same to the first-time visitor. They look the same. The houses look the same. The people look the same. So it's remembering how to get to a place, remembering the person's face and the house and the koi. It is possible for anybody to get here, but getting around, well, hopefully this should help people who would like to do it and come themselves and experience the adventure. The whole sales have changed in the past 7-8 years, whereas prior to that, the vast majority of koi sold in this area were to Japanese amateurs, Japanese dealers or brokers, and it's changed considerably in these past 7 years, where almost 70% go to export of the koi produced in this area. The market in places like Europe and America and maybe Southeast Asia, as I see it now, is continuing to escalate every year. So the future looks good. You've only to look around and see the investment that many breeders are making, new koi houses, more mud ponds, to cope with the demand. We're now here in April 2003, and it is quite difficult to find the koi we're looking for. Apparently at the end of World War II, which was only 45, there were no koi left as such, and I think they had to start all over again then. And Nishiki koi is not part of the Japanese culture as many people think. It might well be part of the modern day culture, but I don't think it stretches back beyond the turn of last century. Some genuine tategoi are for sale in England, but it's an overused word, it's an overworked word. The koi now are being kept indoors since mid-October. Tozai being kept indoors since late September. And it's about this time we've seen it this afternoon, koi being placed out in the mud ponds for the 100 days of summer. They're man-made, they're not natural ponds. They're man-made, they're cleaned every year. So every day the breeder has to feed the koi. Every day, twice, 3 times a day. And at the same time they have to cull their tozai as well. You asked me what draws me and many others back to this place. Well, you only have to look at the backdrop. It's absolutely breathtaking. You can't always guarantee the weather, but on a day like this, it's just absolute peace. Superb place to be.